welcome back to the pre-series news and review channel. I'm one here. Sorry for the hiatus. I've been gone overseas, but now I'm finally back. It's time to play catch up on what I've missed. I've watched those episodes overseas, but now I'm ready to talk about them. First, let's talk about episode 17. So it starts off, but we're getting to know our new people. They're the folks that actually, if I remember correctly, they're the green-haired and the orange-haired one. Yes, they do have names here. So those names are Airi and Rinrin. As we get into their story, they thought they were going to disband, but towards the end of that episode, we saw a performance from it. It was divine, I tell ya. Basically, that's how just the episode, the gist of that episode went. That being said, the disbanding came into more of they're coming back on. That's episode 17, and now as we look into episode 18, we see our trio finally formed. As we see here, it starts by saying trying to take an exam. Then, as they're both trying to take an exam, to think that both aren't. Then they finally came up with a name. As the exam is starting to finally be processed, if you will, then it's time for them to give a performance. But before that happens, they came up with a new called Secret for Infinity. Then that's where the song you've heard at episode 16, Where the World, came into play. This was the second time we've actually heard that song in a row. It's one of my favorite AiPri songs we've ever heard in history of AiPri. And to be honest, they passed and then they themselves as their new game. That's basically how episode 18 ended. And now, as we look forward to we get over to episode 19, we heard that song again, which marks it's the third time we've heard that song, and for the first time in AiPri history, 2 weeks in a row. Now, for episode 19, it's a real doozy here, as they say. So we enter the beach, but then it's a little shock to think it's an acquaintance, but in fact it's actually Himari's grandparents, which to be Himari's surprise, it's actually stopped by. That means they'll be spending their summer vacation together. Now, mind you, episode 19 is a 2-part episode. That being said, they were overjoyed, I tell you. And that's why, after the surprise, we went to what I call a definition of overjoyment here. Then, back in the AiPri verse, as they're trying to find the chords. At the end, they found it, and then they performed Where the World again. Well, by extension of that marks the third time overall that song was performed, and for the first time in AiPri history, it was played for the second consecutive week. As we heard that song back on episode 18, and the first time on episode 16. However, there comes a close to this one. So that's basically where the episode ended. So that's what we've missed. I look forward to seeing what happens next. Thanks for joining me on this summary episode. It was a lot of fun on those episodes that we've missed. But it was great to finally be able to actually catch back up on those. Thank you so much to the whole cast of crew for that awesome job with those episodes. I look forward to seeing what happens again coming up this week. If you have a video, make sure to subscribe or second edition. As always, don't forget to notification button for my blog or per video. Thanks and have a nice day.